call this look Becky doesn't know what she's doing, but she's pleased to be here. It's showtime. Normally what I do for Halloween is do drag, essentially. I tend to dress as guys. But this year I wanted to flip that on its head and really feminize something that is both, you know, masculine and also pretty gross. And I've tried to keep the spirit of Beetlejuice in this outfit while still making it a 50s pin-up inspired version of. This is also the first proper makeup demonstration I've ever done on this channel, so please be gentle with me. I've done kind of a couple of get ready with me's, but this is the first full-on transformation thing that I've attempted. I've just done it for a bit of fun. I haven't uploaded anything on this channel for a while, but I love Halloween. It is my favourite time of year. As you can see, I am ready. And I wanted to give this a go. It's also useful to do a practice run before Halloween because on the night I didn't want to be trying to work out some kinks. Editing Becky here, just jumping in. I've stayed in my little graveyard. To also say, sorry for my absence. I haven't been on here for a while. There's been a lot of stuff happening. Maybe I'll go into it another time. But in a nutshell, I started my new job, which I love. It's really fulfilling. I really enjoy it. I'm learning a lot. But I've also been really unwell. I had a fever, unexplained sort of viral illness that then affected my liver. And it knocked me, I was in hospital. I still have, I mean, that hand isn't green because of Beetlejuice. That hand's green because of bruises. A bit of a history with being in hospital. It's not good at all for my well-being. And what I wanted to do with this video is not just share the Halloween spirit, but also remind myself, you know, of what I enjoy, my creativity, of my resilience, and my love of this time of year and all the films and the characters. I'm really excited about Halloween, and I just wanted to spend some time with like-minded people who enjoy watching these kind of things and have a chat and just kind of forget a little bit about all the shit that's happened. Excuse my language. I hope that kind of makes sense. Yeah, maybe I'll go into the nuts and bolts of it later, but for now, we're keeping it fun here. And yeah, it's really nice to see you all again and have you here on the channel. So thank you. Thank you if you're watching this. I'll pass over to non-Beetlejuice Becky for the rest of this. And I'll see you at the end. The one benefit of having a really weird red wall in your house that you did not choose is that it's really good for Halloween. So just before I get started, I wanted to show you a couple of the images that I found quite inspiring for this. I wanted to give it a go. The first one is this one. The second one is by this artist here, and I have got the Instagram link for this one. I really liked the idea of doing Beetlejuice, but quite often I tend to dress as guys for Halloween, and what I wanted to do with this is flip it on its head and actually do something very feminine this time. So a sort of combination of Bride of Frankenstein 50s pin-up with Beetlejuice as the inspiration. So the main colours we're looking at here are green and purple, as well as lots of black and white. I have got some green hairspray, but I probably won't do that today because it's going to be really messy and I've only got a certain amount. But the first thing I need to do for this look, as with all of the examples of Beetlejuice inspired makeup, is paint myself completely white. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So what I've got for this is the SFX White Base by Revolution and a sponge. And quite simply what I'm going to do is put a little bit on my hand. I haven't used this before, so I'm not sure how much I'm going to need. And then just start dabbing it on. Gosh, it's quite thick. And it seems to dry quite quickly, so I feel like I need to work quite fast to get this on me before it all just dries solid. But that's a good thing, I think, because sometimes this stuff is a bit watery. Do I look like a ghost yet? Now, sometimes with these things you might block your eyebrows out just to make it easier to draw them back on, but I'm keeping my natural eyebrows for this, so we don't need to worry. But I do need to get right up into my hair. I'm not going anywhere today, so this is fine. I've got some more in here. I'm going to go down my neck. I am wearing, for this costume, for Halloween proper, my stripy dress that I made back in, I want to say February. So I will need to go right down here with makeup for Halloween. Now that I look like someone in sore need of the guide for the recently deceased, I need to start building up some kind of base layer. So what I'm going to do, I've got this, which is the Revolution face paint palette. In here, it's got a whole range of colours. The ones I'm going to use are the light grey, dark grey, black, purple and green, and maybe some white, we'll see. But the general idea at the moment is to build up some kind of shape. So what I'm going to do is put some light grey to start off with. I don't know how strong this is, because I haven't used this before. Just along well, this is almost like skeleton makeup, because what you want to be doing is just bringing it right down here, up here, making it darker at the top and then lighter as you come down. And what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of the darker one and just run that across to really define that. I'm going to pop some up here as well, a little bit along the top. I look pretty dead now, which is kind of the whole point. So the next thing is going to be that green. Now the green in this is quite mossy. I guess that's kind of good for Beetlejuice. And I'm just going to start dabbing that with my finger. With Beetlejuice you kind of want to look like you're going off a bit. I look so gross. And then same with the purple. The purple is quite strong, so I'm going to be very gentle. And I'll do a little bit just there as well. Get rid of the rest of that on my finger. Cool. One thing I really want to try with this is giving myself coloured eyebrows, so I'm just going to get a brush and then we'll do that. I think the combination I want to do is green eyebrows, purple eyeshadow, just because that makes a bit more sense with the rest of it. So we've got the green on a brush, and I'm just going to use this mirror here because it's a little bit easier. What we're going to do, because I was pretty liberal with the white paint, this is much easier. This is going to show up better. And you can then kind of control how shaped your eyebrows are as well. I feel a bit like Jared Leto's Joker at the moment, which is not quite what we're going for. So, never mind Lady Beetlejuice, this is just accidental Suicide Squad. I really need to do my eyebrows. Look at this mess. I actually ended up in hospital a couple of weeks ago. It was 3 days ago. Was when they let me out. And I swear that I probably could have done this makeup when I first went in without needing the grey and the white. But I'm feeling much better now, so that's good. Ooh. So what I'm noticing as I'm doing this is the white is getting a little bit patchy, so there's a little patch there, which I might need to like fill in later. But yes, green eyebrow. Now we need to think about how we're going to make it look really pin up. And obviously the contouring will help, but we need detail, we need winged eyeliner, we need very distinct lipstick. And I'm not sure whether this palette will work for the lipstick, but we're going to give it a try. I think the eyeliner, you can already see my eyelids are not very good at holding colour for very long. So I'm going to have to like mattify everything and then carry on. The mattifying powder is not as translucent as it claims to be, because it's actually skin toned. So that's okay, because we're about to put some purple over the top of it. Right, brushes. Oh no, this one's NYX. So this is NYX and this is the Phoenix palette. And again, it's cruelty free. And we're going for that shade there, the purple. It's quite dark, as you will see. And what I'm going to do is literally just, I'm going to look that way because there's a mirror, is pop it right on there. Making sure to do it more on the outside than the inside. Smoke it in. I've got really hooded eyelids, so this is not easy. And what we want to do is bring it out and round so that we're really getting into the crease. Now, the great thing about doing normal Beetlejuice would be that it wouldn't matter how messy you've done this, but I'm not doing normal one, I'm doing pin-up one. So what I'm going to need to do is brought this under here a little bit, like that. I'm going to need to tidy that up. The worst thing to try doing my first makeup thing where I show people this, I don't think you can call this a tutorial. My first makeup disaster, because what happens when you correct things is you wipe off all the white base makeup as well. So we're going to have to go back in and just paint that back in. But I think because I want really clean lines, that will be a thing anyway. We'll just go back in with some white on the brush and just for now, going in with a little bit of this. Alright, I've lost my white goo. There it is. So we're going tiny bit of this little brush, sticking some stuff in the corners. Do you know what? I'm going to be professional and use my fingers. Now obviously I can't do this for the top bit. I'm going to have to get a brush, but for this job, this will do. Okay, so instead I've changed my mind a little bit. I'm going to go for that, which is a highlighter. This used to be a Revolution palette. It's not anymore. It's a mess. But we're just gonna pop that on top of the white. Make it nice and pearlescent and shiny. Not my best work. Okay, so when we talk about areas for improvement, it's going to be the eyes. I will straighten these up before the final reveal, but for now I'm going to carry on. The other thing I've done is put some kind of pearlescent highlight just on my cheekbones to really bring that out. We need some eyeliner and we need some lipstick to really make this look very pin-up. So, to avoid me looking like the Joker, what I'm going to do is do black lipstick. The other thing you could do with this is bright red to really make it pop. I'm going to show you both options, starting off with the red and then I'll move on to the black, just because the red is a little bit easier to do first time. So this is my favourite lipstick. It is Yves Saint Laurent and it's not cruelty free. Now, pretty much everything I own is cruelty free apart from this, which I'm trying. Oh no, itch. Okay, no itching. Everything should be cruelty free. This is the one thing that isn't, but let me show you what it looks like. So if we were going full vintage pin-up, what I would do is use this and just the colour of this is just insane. It's so vibrant, but you can kind of see now how that looks much more vintage. I'm going to do my eyeliner and then I'll show you the black. And you can tell me which one you prefer. This is just a number 7 one that I use all the time. It's not very good at staying put, I will say that about this one. I'm just going to look over here. If you were really feeling adventurous, you could do the little stripes. Now this is coming out quite matte. If you wanted to amp up the glamour, you could use a final wet look one. That would work really well. Okay, so this is one version of it. You've got the red lip, green and purple. Very nice. Now, if you wanted to do black, this is what it would look like. And that's the black. I'm sorry, I had to. My name's Beetle, though you can call me Miss Juice. I wanted to show you my Halloween costume this year, and the inspiration for which is, of course, the Tim Burton film, Beetlejuice. So this is the finished look. I definitely need some proper black lipstick for this, because I think I'm going to go with the black for Halloween. And I think the eye makeup needs some work. I need to refine my technique a little bit there. Other than that, I'm really pleased with it. For Halloween, I'm going to do body paint all the way down here. I'm also going to spray paint my whole head green and try and do something a bit more complicated with my hair. But on the whole, I'm pretty happy with it and pleased that the dress goes as well. So thank you very much for watching. Happy Halloween if you celebrate. And let me know what you're dressing up as in the comments. I would love to hear about it and also see it if you're showing it off anywhere, including on Instagram. I hope you're all well, and I will see you all again very soon.